In the last room of the exhibition, we have this extraordinary landscape with a family portrait in it, a very large painting for the artist, who normally painted on a fairly small scale. Alas, we don't know who the family is, although in the 19th century people were convinced it was actually a portrait of the artist with his family, and that probably added to its fame. It was indeed in the 19th century in the Rijksmuseum, where this normally hangs, one of the most famous pictures in the museum. It is interesting that also for this painting we have a very beautiful sketch for the wet nurse and the little child sitting on a tree trunk at left. And that sketch shows how, again, he very meticulously prepared such details before he would put brush to canvas. And in the drawing, the little child is looking to the right, whereas in the painting she's looking straight at you, and that gives you an idea how the artist's mind would never stop. It would always evolve, however meticulously he would prepare things. And what is interesting too is that we have a drawing of a dog that I have to admit, when I first came across it, I wasn't entirely sure it was actually by Adriaen van der Velde, but I thought I'd better check all the dogs in Adriaen van der Velde's paintings, of which there are plenty. And I found out that it's actually the very same dog that you see at the lower right in this painting, in a wonderful detail. The dog is sniffing along the path and is actually a little bit too strong for the little boy whose hat is falling off onto the ground from the force of the pulling dog. That dog is exactly the same dog as in the drawing, because the markings are completely identical in its coat. And that sort of proved that this drawing has to be by Adriaen van der Velde. And it is a gorgeous drawing of a kooikerhondjes, as they are known in Holland, but a very rare breed in this country. And it's a spaniel type breed, incidentally a dog that you'll find in many 17th century paintings. This show really is a fantastic opportunity to see an artist at work, and these beautiful, seductive red chalk drawings should really help you understand why Adriaen van der Velde is such a phenomenal draftsman, phenomenal figure painter, and beautiful landscape painter. It's important to remember that Adriaen van der Velde in the 18th century and 19th century was very much up there with all the other landscape painters as one of the very best and very collectible. But somehow in the 20th century he got slightly forgotten, and this is your opportunity to rediscover Adriaen van der Velde.